Here we go. Amazon just reported earnings. I waited till the video got closer to 500 likes. The one time that I wait right at market close, right? Every single time I live stream right before the market closes. Now Amazon actually reported 1 minute within the market closing. I do apologize. But Amazon's earning report just came out. Let's go ahead and break it down. So let's go ahead and refresh this. This was just released. Let's go ahead and pull it up. February 5th. Again, it's supposed to say February 6th, 2025. Earnings per share, much greater than what was expected. Revenue came in higher than what was expected as well. It looks like it's reacting somewhat in a negative way. I don't know exactly why. We're looking that up right now. It has to probably do something with guidance. It hit lows of 221, but again, not much of a surprise. Amazon is, if you look at previous patterns, Amazon is, really, really close to previous all-time highs. So it would have to completely blow it out of the water for it to maybe skyrocket, right? And it did not do that, to say the least, right? If we look at where it's at right now, we are seeing signs of an initial sell-off, some signs of recovery. We still have Amazon's earning call, so that can completely change the overall direction of the stock. Let's see. Are we live? Are we live? What's up? What's up? Can you guys hear me and see me okay? I'm just making sure before I start yapping. I already started. So we all good here? We're good? All right. Sounds good. Yeah, if you guys want to partake in that live chat, just make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, okay? Here we go. The thing that I quickly want to highlight is, yes, Amazon did end up exceeding expectation for earnings per share and for revenue. Both came in not much greater, but did come in greater. The EPS surprise was by an increase of 26%, and revenue was just barely exceeded. The thing is that, again, it's a little bit more on the overbought side. It's not a cheap stock right now. If you look at the larger time frame, Amazon has been incredibly bullish. It's been very giving for 2024 and for 2025, and it's nearly at all-time highs. So you just can't be surprised that, if it doesn't blow it out of the water with this earning report, that there is a slight retracement, right? This shouldn't really scare you if you're a big investor into Amazon. If you're a big investor yourself, then again, probably just buy into the dip, right? As Amazon has been so incredibly bullish long term. So looks like we hit lows of that 221. We'll see where direction continues to follow. NASDAQ market tried to really gap up right into the close. And that's the unfortunate part about the market, is that it always tries to get ahead of itself right before a very major earning report is released, and then it corrects itself. So unfortunately, some people do get trapped with these fake outs. You can't be surprised though, right? The same thing that we saw with Amazon. Amazon began to recover very aggressively, if you guys see that. So let me turn off extended hours. So if we turn off extended hours, we can see that Amazon went from lows of 237 to highs of 239. But then when you turn on extended hours, obviously that initial drop to 221. So what's up? What's up? Caught the drop on NASDAQ. Nice. Happy to see. How are you guys feeling about Amazon and it dropping? Like, is it just me? Or, it's dropping 3%. It's nothing too substantial, right? I personally don't care. It's not like Amazon is such a well-ran company. There's not much of a surprise there. It's a nice little retracement. It always tends to recover anyways. And it's like, it's nothing special or nothing out of left field. Yeah. I guess it really matters if you had like a call or a put option. I don't know, right? If you guys trade options, because those things expire. But I would say that for investors, it reported good earnings. It did. It exceeded expectation. It exceeded revenue. I can pull up what they're saying right now about Amazon real quick and see if anything pops up. Yeah, so it looked like there was 8% downside. Yeah, nothing new just yet. It's down 4% after market hours. Yep. We're at 3.8% as of right now. So nothing too crazy. Anything you guys see standing out? %4 down. Guidance must be lower than expected. Yeah, that's all I'm really expecting from this, right? If you're pretty well versed with how earning reports work, there's the earning report and then there's the guidance or the guidance call, right? Or just the guidance for up and coming quarters. Guidance might be a little bit lower than what Wall Street expected or what Wall Street factored in. That's Wall Street's own fault. That's not your fault, but this is why we talk about the markets getting ahead of itself. There's a lot of stocks that outperform or overperform what the company is actually doing. And that's just because maybe Wall Street likes it. They have strong projections for it, whatever the case might be. It is your job to be able to identify when markets are overinflated or overhyped up, just so you don't get surprised as maybe some would if there was a quick change of direction like this. So I wouldn't say that this is anything crazy. Again, it is a 4% pullback for a $2.5 trillion company. So maybe it is unfortunate for some investors, but I think based off of what we've been seeing lately, it's nothing too bad, right? 4%, it brings it right back down to the moving average, which is where it tends to find its support. It's just quite surprising, right? Because Google sold off, Microsoft sold off, Meta pushed up, don't get me wrong. But then now we have Amazon, pulling back. It's just a little bit different. We tend to see these companies push up higher or, make new highs. But it looks like maybe that hype or that momentum is, getting a little overplayed. At least that's, the picture that it's painting right now. So MSTR dropping compared to Bitcoin. Yeah, MSTR, I mean, while I have you guys here, let's just talk crap while we can. No, I mean, I've said it once and I'll say it again. If you're someone that really wants to invest in Bitcoin, then you should be investing in Bitcoin itself. For you to buy a stock that calls itself a Bitcoin treasury, it's complete bullshit. It's a software company. It can rebrand for whatever it wants because it might suit it as of now, but it's a software company that borrows against their investors. And as Bitcoin has made new highs, MSTR has not. So we are approaching a common support range of $300. So just make sure that if you are shorting MSTR, that you're not surprised that it could find a support here as we get closer to that $300 range. So just respect the levels, right? Respect the levels, do your part in taking profits when it makes sense to you, just so you're not surprised if it does begin to recover. It tends to get rejected right around $400 per share. But that's one thing that we always try to preach is just being self-aware, right? And holding yourself accountable. If you go long on a stock, that it makes sense to you and you can manage and mitigate risk. And the same thing when you go short on it. So market makers had to fill the 225 gap and all this to demand the price. Yeah. It's trading right around 3.5%. So nothing crazy right now. Down 3.5%. A lot of consolidation. Its earning calls hasn't even started yet. That's going to be within the next 30 minutes to an hour. So we'll see how the market reacts then, if it continues to sell off or if it actually begins to recover. We've seen that many times where the stock itself might be selling off during the earning report, but maybe during the guidance call, they share something that was not already factored in, and then market or Amazon begins to recover because of that. So the mustache is actually looking nice. Don't lie to me. It's not. I'm getting ready to shave it, dude. I'm 30 years old now. Can you guys believe that? And I can't grow a mustache. Some people got it. Some people don't. People always tell me, oh, you're going to really appreciate looking so young later down the road. Maybe I will. As of right now, I'm still not there yet. I've been trying to grow a mustache so I look a little bit older. But yeah, I guess, right? All I can do is continue to try to shave so it doesn't come out so patchy. So if you guys have any tips, feel free to let me know. I know. I didn't start growing my mustache till I was 34. All right. Doesn't make me feel that bad. My facial hair is non-existent. It comes in patches. Same. Get implants. Nah, I don't care that much. I just wanted to see if I could. Figured out I can't, so it's all good. All right. I made around 8K in puts. Amazon, hopefully it stays down. Yeah, that's the part about options that I'm not the biggest fan of, that you can't execute them during extended hours. That's pretty unfortunate, right? That's where I think shorting with shares makes a little bit more sense. In my opinion, it's a little bit more controlled, but of course, I'm sure that there's the benefits of having that 100x leverage, right? So greater risk, greater potential reward. So, all right. Oh, shoot. I just got a message saying about ELF, currently down 17%. Look at that, 17%. Pretty significant sell-off. Wow. Well, it wasn't doing too hot anyways, but nonetheless, that is a pretty substantial sell-off, especially in one given day. So I guess if you have a put option on that one probably paid out pretty well, right? But again, a friendly reminder, if you're hearing me talk about options, I do not trade options myself. I trade with shares. Even when I short with shares. That's all I do. So I don't trade options at all. Please don't ask me questions about options, okay? My focus is I trade with shares. I don't close or carry my positions overnight. And that's it, right? And I trade live in front of my LVP team every morning. So let's see. Been growing my beard for a year now. I like that. How do you short with shares? I have numerous videos that show how you short with shares. You literally just click short and you select the amount of shares that you want to short with. You do need a margin account, and I think you need over $22,000 or $2,500. I'm not too sure what the exact dollar amount is, but yeah. What's your long-term investment opinion on Google and NVIDIA? I think markets are overbought and overhyped up. I think that what we experienced in the past 2 weeks with the exposure and the volatility of these tariffs are just the beginning. I don't think Trump, and he's made it very clear, I don't think he's going to be shy with leveraging this tariff or trade war. I think it's going to be something that we're slapped with. I think there's going to be short-term pain, hopefully for long-term gain. That's what I think. And I think that if there are tariffs that then do impact consumers, it will be reflected in our CPI data report, and then the Federal Reserve will have to deal with it. So I think it will be a domino effect. I don't think that it will be quick. I don't think that it will be just something that just happens one weekend or 1 month. I think that it will happen over a period of time because it is a negotiating tactic. So I'm excited to kind of see how the markets digest this. I'm experiencing this for the first time also with you guys. So again, I'm ready to sit back, watch the market react, and see the opportunities that present itself, so we can choose to take advantage of it when we see it to be fit. All right. So Ricky, how credible and useful are analyst price targets? In your experience, do they matter? I think they matter in the short term because all they are they're short-lived positive catalysts. At the end of it, they don't mean anything. Analysts send price targets all the time, and they're probably just in favor of whatever position they have going on, or maybe they're just trying to use you for liquidity, right? At the end of it, I don't care what an analyst is saying. You should be able to make this informed decision yourself. If the sole reason that you're choosing to trade is based off of an analyst, then I wish you the best of luck. I think it's important to understand where we are in the big picture, but also where we are right now, just in smaller time frames. Do I think that markets are incredibly cheap? No. Do I think that markets can go higher for a short period of time? Sure. But I think that there's greater downside risk than there is upside potential, especially with this idea of these tariffs being implemented. So, yeah. Do you personally trade with your group every day? Yeah. So I trade live with them every day for about 1 hour right at market open. It's the second link in the description down below if you want to watch me tomorrow. And after that, I post updates. Like today, I took a trade on NVIDIA and I made 3K. But then I took a trade on PLTR and it was not a good trade. It went against me and I hit my max dollar loss. So I'm actually going to be sharing it right now on Discord with them. You guys can try to guess what that dollar amount is that I lost. But today is my biggest loss that I've had in about a month. So yesterday I traded PLTR. I got very confident. I went very aggressive and I made 16.2K. Today I went very aggressive and I went in light originally and then I went aggressive, and it was when it began to take off and I quickly had to cut losses. So you guys can try to guess what it is. But again, that's part of trading. I'm here to show my green days. I'm here to show my red days. And it was a very simple mistake that I made. And again, I knew it going into PLTR. And that's the thing. I've made a joke of it, of not shorting PLTR. Like, it's been a constant theme. But I got too attracted to what I thought to be the no. No, it's in the low 5 figures for sure, but no, it's nowhere close to 69K. I don't trade with that large of amount. But yeah, and I didn't enter the short until like 103 or 104. So yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see if I'm excited to stay patient with Palantir and see if I ever get that opportunity to short it again. I'm just going to be a little bit more calculated. But again, my LPP team gets to see the good side of me, and they get to see the bad side of me. They get to see the healthy habits I implement when I take profits early or keep my position light. But they also sometimes see when I take bad trades. And if I struggle as a trader, they get to see it. And I think that's very useful for a beginner to watch. The goal for you to watch these live sessions are not to copy what it is that I'm doing, but it's just to kind of see. If you've never watched anyone trade live, if you don't even know how it works, the first few weeks maybe would just be very useful for you to maybe open up a paper trading account and just watch what it is that I'm doing. And then at that point, you can just practice to get your feet wet. I think that would be like my ideal way that every beginner should get started. It's just watch someone else do and then become familiar with the platform that you are going to be using. Very, very laid back approach. Shoot. Dang. Congrats, brother. Why do you think it's so bullish? I don't know what you're asking me. If you're asking me about PLTR, we were having our main chat room in LPP. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people here that are part of LPP, they can let you know in the live chat. We were very active today. PLTR it had a lot of our attention, a lot of people's attention today. It was a very active stock. It was very bullish. It made new all-time highs. I haven't seen our main chat room this active just because there was a lot of excitement. A lot of people were going long. Some people might have been going short. People were aware that I was shorting it and I was about to hit my max dollar loss. And that is an exciting event to watch. I get it that it's at my expense, but it's my expense, right? It's not even my expense. It's the position that I decided to put myself through. And that's the thing that I always love to share is that, like, do these red days suck? Trust me, they don't feel good. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, but I understand that it's part of the process. That's why when I have like really substantial like green days, like yesterday I made like $19,000, 16 on PLTR. And then I made 2.9K on MSTR. So I had a very, very successful day, almost a $20,000 day. Which again, if I knew that was just going to all stay there, great. But I know days like this are always around the corner. That's why I don't celebrate too much when I have my green days, is because I know these red days are inevitable. Today I just did a poor job to manage it. So $10,000 loss, right around there, Pete, definitely. So, and again, I've always shared it with you guys. I'm nowhere close to being perfect. I make mistakes all the time, and I think that's one of the things that my LPP team likes about the live sessions is they get to see these mistakes happen live. So what size account do you trade with? I trade with $500,000. So yeah. All right. Did you put on Amazon? I don't trade options. I have no open trade on Amazon. I'm just watching it with you guys. They're waiting for the earnings call. I don't know if it starts in the next few minutes, but I just wanted to go live. A handful of you guys ended up smashing that like button on my previous video. We hit up 500 likes, so I really do appreciate you you making it happen so quick. So hopefully I earn your thumbs up on this live stream as well. And whenever you feel like you are ready, I do trade live every morning. It's the second link in the description down below. The link will actually give you a discount if you use the second one. and you can watch me trade live starting tomorrow. So again, it's a one-time payment, lifetime access. I'm here whenever it is that you feel like you are ready. But if not, if you don't feel like you're ready, maybe you can just subscribe to the channel and watch our videos as they come out. So I do talk a lot of shit on MSTR. A quick little disclaimer, because if you're bag holding MSTR and you're not a fan, you might not want to follow me. Just saying. I appreciate you guys' time. I hope that earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team. Happy Thursday.